Today, we are diving into a challenge that, let's be honest, we all face, that never-ending mountain of household chores. But what if I told you there's an actual science to getting it all done? A way to use less time, less energy, and feel way less frustrated. Let's get into it. You know that feeling, right? You finally finish one thing, and it feels like 3 more just popped up to take its place. Mopping the floors, doing the dishes, folding the laundry. It's this relentless cycle that can feel super tedious and just completely draining. But here's the thing, and this is the good news. The problem probably isn't that you're not trying hard enough. It's that you're using an inefficient method. And that's something you can change. It means there's a much, much better way to get off that hamster wheel for good.
So what if you could take the exact same principles that are used to make a giant factory run smoothly and apply them to, say, making dinner in your own kitchen? I know, it sounds a little weird, but you absolutely can. It's a concept that's been around for decades, and it is time we put it to work in our own homes. And this is the core idea right here. Researchers Nickel and Dorsey call it work simplification. And look, this isn't about being lazy or cutting corners. It's about taking a step back and consciously, deliberately looking for the path of least resistance. It's about analyzing how you do things so you can make them way, way better. And why should you care? Well, the payoff is huge. When you get rid of unnecessary steps and you fine-tune your methods, you save so much precious time. You conserve your physical and your mental energy, and this isn't just about feeling less tired. It's about cutting down on that decision fatigue, that mental drain that comes from a cluttered process. It literally lets you get more done with the exact same amount of effort. So how do we actually do this? Well, we're going to use this brilliant framework developed by an efficiency expert named Dr. Marvin Mundell. He broke down the process of improving any task, literally any task, into 5 distinct levels of change. Think of this as your new secret toolkit. That's right. This isn't some newfangled life hack from social media. We're going way back to the 1940s at Purdue University. This is where Mundell created his system to scientifically analyze work. It's been tested and refined for over 80 years, and believe me, it works just as well for washing dishes as it does for building a car on an assembly line. And here they are, Mundell's 5 levels. Now, they start with really small, personal tweaks, and they scale all the way up to these bigger picture changes. We're going to start by focusing on the first 2, because honestly, these are the ones you can put into action today and see the biggest, most immediate results. All right, let's dive into those first 2 levels. Mastering your physical movements and optimizing your workspace. This, my friends, is where the real magic begins. Okay, this gets right to the heart of level 1, changing your body position and motions. You know, so much of why we get tired comes from just moving inefficiently. Think about it. We use these jerky, strenuous movements instead of smooth, rhythmic ones. We bend over and strain our small back muscles when our powerful leg muscles are right there just waiting to do the heavy lifting for us. And this just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, look at the difference. On the left, you've got that classic back-straining lift. All that pressure is going right onto the spine. Ouch. But on the right, that person is using their powerful leg muscles. That is proper body mechanics in action. It's safer, it's way more efficient, and it conserves a massive amount of energy. Okay, next up, level 2, changing your work arrangement and your equipment. Think about your morning routine. When you make coffee, are you walking all the way across the kitchen for a mug, then back for the coffee, then over there for the sugar? That's a bad layout. A good layout uses what's called effective routing, basically grouping all the stuff you need for one task together in one place within easy reach. And this is a perfect example. On the left, that spaghetti-looking thing is a pathway chart of someone working in a disorganized kitchen. I mean, look at all those wasted steps. It's a spider web of inefficiency. But on the right, after just rearranging a few things, the path is simpler, it's shorter, it's so much more direct. You have to remember, every single step you save is energy you get to keep. And here's a little fun fact for you. The original pioneers of this whole field, Frank and Lillian Gilbreth, were so obsessed with analyzing motions that they actually named the smallest possible unit of movement a thurblig, which is just their last name, Gilbreth, spelled backward. Kind of. It just goes to show how deep this science really goes. Okay, so we've covered how you move your body and how you arrange your workspace. Now let's quickly touch on the final 3 levels. Think of these as the advanced power-ups in your simplification toolkit. Now these last 3 levels are really powerful. First, there's production sequence.
So instead of cleaning one room from start to finish, try dusting every room, then go back and vacuum every room. Batching your tasks like that saves a shocking amount of time. Second, you can simplify the finished product. Does that cake you're baking for Tuesday night really need a super intricate decoration? Sometimes good enough is perfect. And finally, you can change your raw materials. Using things like pre-cut vegetables or a jar of pasta sauce can dramatically slash your prep time in the kitchen. You know, whether you're fixing your posture while you lift, rearranging your coffee station, or just buying pre-chopped onions, the philosophy behind it is exactly the same. It's about pausing for a second, really observing how you work, and asking yourself that one simple question. Is there a simpler, easier, quicker way to do this? And you know what? The answer is almost always yes. So that's my final question for you. I want you to think about that one chore you absolutely dread. Is it unloading the dishwasher, folding the laundry, whatever it is? Using what you just learned, what's one small change you can make tomorrow to simplify it? Because